Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Inside and Out. We're going to look at more Georgia Championship Wrestling programs. And on this one, we're going to look at this right here. Tommy Rich, Mr. Wrestling 2, The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Ivan Koloff, and Alexis Smirnoff. Can you go, so people can see that running, go wide on that?
I cannot.
Oh, that's right. You're not involved. You're not. You
no,
can't.
I'm a guest.
You're not. I'll have to do that myself. Here we go.
Jack can do it. Is Jack? Are you?
I have no clue what I'm doing.
All right,
there he goes.
There we go.
Hey, Tommy Rich is the TV champion, the Georgia Heavyweight Champions, Mr. Wrestling 2. Dusty Rhodes, the Southern champion, right? And then Alexis Smirnoff and Ivan Koloff, Georgia Tag Team Champions, and they were an awesome team. Koloff and Smirnoff was just a great team.
Something I saw today, and I watched it today, and I have to ask this question. Why did Tommy Rich give up the Georgia television title to go against, I believe it was Harley Race as the champion at the time. You know, Harley Race is the champion. We see that right there. Harley Race is the champion. But why did he give up the belt? Do you remember that, Rodney? Why he would do that?
I watched that as well, and you could only hold the Georgia TV title for so long, and then you have to give it up. I think that's the way it worked.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm thinking that's the way it worked.
Well, we see number 95, Jack Lord's choice for number 95 top wrestlers, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. We see Terry Funk, Baron Von Raschke. That's all you need to know. Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Tony Atlas and Gordon Soley, and Rodney's favorite wrestler of all times, number 1 on his list, Kevin Sullivan.
And I'm going to tell you, at this time, you couldn't beat Sullivan. Sullivan was on. He and Tony Atlas against Smirnoff and Koloff. They tore the house down. Those just great matches.
Mr. Wrestling 2 and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Let's see. Chief J. Strongbow, man, I saw that stuff. I wasn't particularly caring for that stuff. Y'all remember that? They tore his Ernie Ladd tore his headdress up there and tried to shove it down his mouth and all that. Y'all remember that?
That's right. It's because
he was horrible stuff. Ernie Ladd picked up his loafers and hit him with. There's Bobby Duncan, Big Bobby Duncan, Tenru.
I like this. I like this headlock train they had going there. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And on the back of it, I've seen a bunch of matches with these two men.
Yes.
In North Carolina, Jerry and Ted Oates. People, I don't understand why Atlanta did not push them more than they did. They were tremendous. I got to tell you the story. I watched the match between these two men, and I don't remember who they was wrestling against. I don't remember. But nobody has done this in years, and I loved it. They got in there, and they did the arm twist. They do the tag. The other guy would come to the arm twist. They go over there and do it again, and they just kept on doing it. And the people, the more they were doing it, the more they was going crazy. I have not seen that in years. I know Bob Armstrong used to do it when he would team with Robert Fuller. They did that a lot. But people, these guys right here, honestly, they deserve a whole lot more than they get talked about in professional wrestling.
Yeah, Georgia missed the boat with the Oates brothers.
Yeah.
They really did, and they should have been kept in good positions at all times, good condition at all times, so that they could step in at any moment. Because they just live right down the road in Columbus, they should have been done better for sure.
Yes, I agree with you. All right, here is a card for the Omni in Atlanta, Friday, July 27th, 1979. This was the program that my father used for the time limits, so he knew what the time limits were. But here's the card. Rodney, if you'll read that card, because I won't be able to read it.
All right, looks like, let's see.
It fell out of there.
All right, the main event is Ole Anderson and Ivan Koloff, that's different. Against Dusty Rhodes and Mr. Wrestling 2, Tommy Rich at ringside. The Superstar against Andre the Giant. The Sheik against Chief Wahoo McDaniel. TV title, 1 hour time limit. Blackjack Lanza with Bobby Heenan against Ray Candy with Stan Hansen in his corner. Special attraction match, Bobby Duncombe against Cowboy Bill Watts. Tag team event, Killer Carl Cox and Austin Idol against Bob Armstrong and Stan Hansen. Doug Summers against Jerry Briscoe. Carl Fergie against Mike Stallings. Bill Howard against Jerry Stubbs.
You know, that's a great card. I believe we were there. I believe we went to that show. That was a pretty good show. Inside here, I guess Cowboy Bill Watts. I guess Bobby Duncan was actually wrestling for Mid-South Wrestling at the time, wasn't he?
He was there at one time.
This was during the time. Now, this was during the time that they had just cut Tommy Rich's hair.
Yes, because they had the scissors on the pole. Yes.
He was going to cut Ivan's hair.
Oh, by the way, look at this. Look at this ad right here, right beside Mr. Wrestling, Tim Woods right here. That was his nightclub, his bar, LP Pips. Isn't that what it says?
Yes.
But that was his nightclub.
Very successful as well.
Yeah.
Nightclub in Atlanta. There we see Bobby Heenan, Blackjack Lanza, Ivan Koloff, Ole Anderson, Cowboy Bill Watts. That's a very flattering picture, by the way, of Bill Watts. I would have told him, don't use that picture again. I would have wanted that picture to be used every time. Here's Tommy Rich with all his hair all. Look at that. His hair was purity, wasn't it? What did I say? Pretty?
Purity. They said it was purity.
Purdy.
Andre the Giant on the other side. And let's see. Superstar, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Stan Hansen, and Bob Armstrong, Gordon Solie, and the Candyman, Ray Candy.
This was building up for the Hangman's match, the blindfold match between Wahoo and the Superstar.
Oh, by the way, before while this thing was going on, evidently, I'll tell you, the champions changed during this time. Before this was even ran, because the world heavyweight champion was Dusty Rhodes. He had won the title by then. Dusty had been the champion. Ole Anderson, Ivan Koloff must have won the titles from Stan Hansen and Tommy Rich. Ray Candy must have won the Georgia Television champion, and the Superstar won the Georgia heavyweight title from Chief Wahoo McDaniel. That must have been these things fell out of here. I had them in there. We'll go over them, and then we'll. Is that blurry?
Yeah, it's got Superstar with Bobby Heenan against Mr. Atlanta. Then you've got the Georgia Television Championship, Blackjack Lanza against Ray Candy. No time limit, no disqualification. Must be a winner. Tony Atlas, a special referee. Heenan barred from ringside. Texas Tornado match. It all went blurry right there. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. Killer Carl Cox and Austin Idol against Stan Hansen and Bob Armstrong. Ivan Koloff against Tommy Rich. Ole Anderson banned from ringside or barred from ringside. Doug Summers against Jerry Stubbs. Tenryu against Bill Howard.
Atlanta City Auditorium, by the way.
Awesome.
Great card. All right. Here's Gainesville, the Gym of 36. If anyone ever got to go to wrestling in Gainesville, Georgia, the Gym of 36 was a spectacular place for wrestling. It was just tremendous. And here's a card. Ronnie West, that was his town. He got 10% of the gate for every time this ran. And here is the Gym of 30. He also made this even when he was in Knoxville wrestling. All right.
Main event, the Superstar against Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Bobby Heenan barred from the building. He was upset about that too. He was at the arena at the show the last time, got a good payoff. He said, hey, we finally had a good house and I get barred from the building. Georgia Television Championship, Blackjack Lanza against Bob Armstrong. Tag team event, Bill Howard, Carl Fergie against Jerry Stubbs and Mike Stallings. It's Ben Alexander against Tenryu.
By the way, was sold out. Clapped to the. They talk about hanging from the rafters. They were hanging from the rafters on this card.
What night was that on, Brent? Was it Sunday?
It's Saturday, August 4th.
Wow.
Saturday, August 4th. Great card for Georgia Championship Wrestling. One of the greatest wrestling organizations.
For whatever reason, I thought he went back to he had to do something for Vern. Vern Gagne.
Hey, who was Mr. Atlanta? Do y'all remember?
Wahoo McDaniels.
Wahoo McDaniel was
yeah.
All right, folks, if you enjoyed this video, give us the big thumbs up. Subscribe to the page. Go one step further. Hit that notification bell. And look down below, right there next to Rodney. Just, all right, wait a minute. Wait, right. Somewhere down in that vicinity. Right there next to Rodney. No, he wouldn't be below you, Rodney. You're up high. You'd be way down off the screen. So it'd just be over here somewhere, over there. Anyway, it's on the screen. Watch the video.
I'm confused and dizzy now.
I am too. All right. We'll just see you in the next video right here on Pro Wrestling Inside Now.